what does Eduai Motors do? We are basically trying to eliminate the constraints, the locomotive and coupled car, this rigid batch operating model constraint in the rail network that prevents rail from being more fully utilized in the broader transportation mix. And the reason why is because rail is 4 times more energy efficient than road, but it suffers from this rigidity problem where shippers and industrial operators will avoid it because it's not very flexible and agile like they want a transportation system to be. So we're trying to make the rail system function more like the road system. And the primary way that we're doing this is through hardware, where we're going to have self-powered, individually self-powered and self-driving rail vehicles that will be autonomously driven. And to do all of this, when you have this different operating model, we're going to be orchestrating the network intelligently using this operating system, and that's where we have we can take care of the hardware ourselves. Like we have that capability to be able to to build that, but we don't have like the software capability at this time. And then I am part of the NORCAT ecosystem, and they were the ones that connected me with ASON and Codalio, and that's how we started. So it was that was the key value that they provide was the ease, or just like the simplicity in defining your scope, and in a visual way, well worded and visually to be able to understand what it is that you want to do, and set yourself off to a good start.
Like, how does the industry go about doing things today in current setting, and what is the value Eduai Motor would provide with the automation it will be providing?
Right. Yeah. At least our main target client that we're working with right now does things very manually. Like a lot of it is just done by humans on whiteboards, and that's the way they optimize their system. They have like these legacy systems that will just keep track of where everything is, but all the decisions that are made are done purely by humans. And the road industry, like the transport trucking industry, has already evolved into deploying telemetry and intelligence into their networks, and rail is far behind in that. So that's what we're trying to do, is put a platform in that's similar to how the road in trucking industry already operates, but have that underlying physical platform that will enable the rail transport to function in the same way, but have that functionality where you can model and simulate the alternative, where it can model and simulate your existing operations as they are, but it can visually model and simulate alternatives to help with decision making in switching to a different hardware platform. And
so one of the questions I really want to ask is that what intrigued you to consider Codalio as transferring all of those manual works into this automation layer?
Yeah, well, it just seemed like that Codalio has the experience and the capabilities, and has that deep tech knowledge that and it was a lot of this I've been learning this world as I go, but they seem to know their stuff, and that helped me to gain confidence in allowing them to work with us on this project. And I think it was great that it's a Sudbury company. I was happy to partner with a Sudbury company on this project. And what we have right now for an MVP is very rough, but at least it's something to show to our customers, and and just to give them a sense that we have like the full system solution that they need, ranging from the mechanical, the EV, the batteries, the charging system, and then the operating system, and then it was kind of an interactive thing where I was able to use the tool as well in helping to narrow down what it is that we're trying to do, and I think that got us off to a start. And I think it felt like it was a little bit a lot of this back kind of collaboration was done up front, and then there was, I think, a bit of in my opinion, a bit too long of a gap. But I think it would have been helpful to have more frequent kind of technical meetings, like through the progression of like from kind of like the once the scope was well refined to like getting near the end, I think it would have been helpful to have more frequent just check-ins kind of thing, at least to see how things are looking along the way.
We are trying to basically automate this with our next upcoming update, which is what we call Codalio Studio. In that, so Codalio Studio is like basically a pipeline software factory where clients like you who just comes in, type the prompt, they can basically start the BRD generation and also goes to the UI prototype, coding and everything. But with respect to the different LLM models like ChatGPT, they can choose OpenAI's whatever platform they want to use and things like that. Yeah, potentially happy to collaborate and looking forward to do great things in the future too.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.